lies in wait, reveal the ending of our favorite shows. I've got a secret plan to finally foil the spoiler man. I built a time machine cause I don't have a DVR. I built a time machine cause I don't have a DVR. Alter time flow to catch our favorite show, and I will always know how the story goes. I built a time machine. My new remote control is really universal. It can change channels just like you expect. But I can fast forward and rewind time, pause the universe. But I don't know what happens when you hit eject. And when I don't understand a thing, I've got closed captioning. I built a time machine cause I don't have a DVR. I built a time machine cause I don't have a DVR. We'll alter time flow, catch our favorite show, and I will always know how the story goes. I built a time machine. Skip my way to the future, grab a place in line, see Star Wars episode 94. Grab a Soylent smoothie, watch Star Trek's 5th reboot, where absolutely everyone's gone before. Dimension jump to a different sky, to see season 2 of Firefly.
If only.
I built a time machine cause I don't have a DVR. I built a time machine cause I don't...
Hello, hello.
Greetings and salutations, and other such things.
Oh, did you want that lamp thing on?
Yeah, let's do that. Spent all this time to do the thing, and I didn't do the thing.
Hi, Zap.
Now it logged me out.
Haha. Sorry.
Is that a
Didn't mean to pull a Nelson.
I was gonna say, was that a Nelson?
Yeah, apparently it was. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Sorry, normally all the electronics dislike me and love Eric, so this is really bizarre. Normally I'm the one that's cut out of everything. And of course, typing on tablets is never the fastest. Hello, Peter. My base did something weird just before we hit the camera to go live, so I'm like being extra obsessive about it.
So I see a chat window. I'm hoping that means that we're doing things that are good, that are making with the text and the shushing and the plutzing.
I have confidence that something will appear in there soon. Did we have any plan?
No?
Do you want to start by playing It's the Future?
Sure, we can do that. Absolutely. I think I'm, 5 or 7 on this?
I have. Oh, you're on 5. I actually do know. Yay!
First off, thank you everyone for tuning in, and thank you so much for getting us past
the 50% mark.
The
That's
50%
huge.
mark. We are just amazed.
Mason's super grateful. Thank you. And you're still not getting the chats.
I'm not.
Oh, technology, how we love and hate thee all at once.
Did everyone see that?
Yes. TESR.
I can spell, I just can't apparently do it right now. I'll get around to it eventually.
I feel like this is actually an appropriate segue into our song.
Yeah.
Just a little.
Yeah. I can find it. There it is.
Huzzah for test coming through. Thank you, Zap. Okay. Are we ready?
Yeah. Hi, I'm Eric.
I'm Jen.
We're the Faithful Sidekicks.
And we have a Kickstarter going right now called Our Kind of Strange. This song will be on that album, but it's not the title song. It's a different one.
It's 2020. That means the future's here. We were told so long ago, with visions very clear, that by this point in time we should be Martian pioneers.
In Martian-covered wagons.
We were told that technology would solve all our ills. There ain't no need for money and no need for bills. And that our dinner would be served up as pills.
That part's sort of true.
It's the future. Where's my jetpack? It's the future. Where's my hover car? It's the future. I want a time machine to take me to where my dreams are. 'Cause we haven't really come that far. We were told by now that we'd be living on the moon. So we've waited long enough, can we get on that soon? We'll be ready to go by the end of June.
We can give you till July to let the paint dry, though.
Don't get me wrong, we've invented a lot. Like the internet, and the Instant Pot, and the, internet, what else have we got?
iPhones?
Eh,
Tamagotchis!
Yeah. It's the future. Where's my jetpack? It's the future. Where's my hover car? It's the future. I want a time machine to take me to where my dreams are. 'Cause we haven't really come that far. Still here looking for a way to make our waters pure. We want a robot friend who will not revolt for sure.
Don't kill all humans.
We're looking for wars to end and a cancer cure.
That one's non-negotiable.
I know when you look at it, we've advanced a long, long way. Lifespans in medicine and even microwaves. There's so much more, we've only so many days. They haven't invented a way to age backwards.
Nanu nanu.
Not yet. It's the future. Where's my jetpack? It's the future. Where's my hover car? It's the future. I want a time machine to take me to where my dreams are. It's the future. I want a slide walk. It's the future. I want a
17-year-old Cat Stout is exploring the fridge right now.
The outside of the fridge.
Yeah.
All right.
Don't know why.
I'm going to try the other tablet because apparently it's just not my...
Well, nothing else. Oh, yeah, no, Zap responded to your test, and that didn't come through on yours. Your tesser. Hi, Teresa. We just finished playing It's the Future, which has gone through a few changes.
Gone through a lot of changes. We wanted to be clear that we're not, we like the future. We're not complaining as such. We didn't want the song to be a complaint, but it is sort of a complaint because, I grew up reading...
We can accomplish more.
Can you at least hear us? How does it sound? We're trying something different this time, and we're sort of going lo-fi a little bit.
Hey, it looks like you're actually getting comments.
Yeah, on this tablet, it worked, so I don't know what's going on. But all right, cool. How did the music stuff sound? Please let us know if everything was balanced. And I realize my voice is lower in that one because it's literally lower, so it doesn't project as much. But hopefully everything sounded okay. If not, let us know. We can try and fix what we can fix. But yeah, it's the future. By now, we're supposed to have hoverboards.
Well, yeah, and hover cars.
And hover car, but it's like we're. Hey, Scott, good to see you. Yeah, things like curing cancer we should have done years ago, according to old sci-fi books. We should be on the moon and, have ways to regrow organs and all that stuff.
By taking a pill.
Yeah, that would be awesome. And yeah, we don't have any of that. And it would be nice to... Though I have sometimes thought maybe in that line where we were talking about being on the moon, we should have actually just do the professor line of, I don't want to live on this planet anymore. Oh, yes, I want my flying car. Except for, as people have pointed out when we've played this other places, do you really want to add a Z-axis into traffic? Do you really trust your fellow drivers to be able to...
that should be an extra layer on the whole driving test, whether you get to drive up a layer or not.
True. Or we just get the autopilot stuff. Because like in the old books, you'd set a destination, then you kick back, and your hover car, your copter would take you to wherever it needed to go, and you wake up and go, oh, I'm in St. Louis, sweet, let's go do the thing. I'm okay with this. I totally understand people who love driving. I just want to get from point A to point B.
Just teleport me there. I'll be fine.
I wasn't doing myself any favors last night. As a way of kind of coping with being cooped up, I was looking at Google Earth and Google Maps, and I was pulling up places that we visited. So I pulled up...
Mumbles, Wales.
And Wernigerode in Germany, and... Edinburgh and Pitlochry in Scotland, and even places in the U.S. And so you're like navigating through the neighborhoods going, I know that place.
Oh, we had really good scones with strawberries and clotted cream there. Yeah.
It's the future at this point is really about like, we believe in the vaccines. We want to get this COVID thing taken care of because we want to be able to go and see you all and hang out, and we miss being places, and just the simple act of... Okay,
you had said we're going to be staying upbeat in this thing.
I'm sorry. We were trying... It's hard, but, we want to give an alternative to the dumpster fire that's going on around us at the moment. Yeah. It seems like it just... Everything is doom and gloom, and we are not about doom and gloom. We can't afford it anymore. So we're going to talk about fun things. And
yeah, it probably would be a problem for birds. There's already bird strike on planes. If you put more vehicles up there,
we already have enough problems keeping the birds alive as it is. We should play a little bird.
Oh gosh, do I remember? I think
We don't have to.
I think you taught me that song. You wrote that one in the dark.
I wrote that song in the dark. So
one evening in February.
In February, we actually had a power outage here.
The last of I've got it.
And we oh, indeed.
Well said, Barry.
Well said. We
Where is on which side there?
So there's
there is a game that has it was released in 2019 and was super popular right from the start. Eric's trying to get our copy out of the shelf, which is not an easy task because these shelves clearly weren't.
The game is called Wingspan. For all of you people who are bird lovers or Audubon Society, or even just want a really fun game with just beautiful art, and it's also educational. And the reason is so you're playing different birds into different habitats.
Yeah.
And there's some kind of you get some goals that'll be based on play birds with wingspans greater than 35 centimeters. Well, all the birds that you're playing have Audubon Society level information and art showing the bird type, the species.
The game is gorgeous.
Gorgeous. Has these little wooden eggs and.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
It's also worth noting as an aside that very few board games are really big hits. Maybe what should I say is there's not a lot of successful female board game designers out there.
Correct. Yeah.
And this one was designed by what's her name? Do you remember the name?
Elizabeth Hargrave.
She designed this one. It became successful right away. It's gorgeous. It's fun machine building kind of, or mechanism building
engine
kind
building,
of engine.
yeah.
Thank you. That's the word. Engine building game. And they did a good job creating a kind of training scenario to teach you how to play it, so it's not that difficult to learn.
She has a new game out called Mariposas that's about butterfly migrations.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That sounds fantastic.
Yeah, it's just
At
been...
any rate.
They're
So
great.
there's so much to recommend about this game. We had the power outage, and Eric's like, but it's fall, I have to write songs. So we're sitting here in the living room staring at our bookshelves in the dark, and he's like, okay, I'm going to write one for Wingspan.
You're the one. No, you actually suggested Wingspan.
I did.
I
okay.
said.
I can't remember.
I said, give me a game to write a song about, and you said Wingspan, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I can do that. So this is a song inspired by Wingspan. Little bird in your little egg, you'll be a big bird soon. Will you sing your own tune? Will you be a swimming bird, calling like a loon? Or an owl hunting by the moon? And you will grow, and eggs will come your way. There'll be more birds every day, every day. There'll be more birds every day. Little bird, spread your wings and try to fly away. Move away from these reeds. There are so many birds in this watershed. Go and find more seeds, and you will grow, and eggs will come your way. There'll be more birds every day, every day. There'll be more birds every day. Little birds chasing down little bits of food. Stay alert, be wary of the hawk. He'll swoop down from his lonely wood and snatch you all away. You'll be gone without a squawk.
and you will grow, and eggs will come your way. There'll be more birds every day, every day. Let there be more birds every day.
I just thought of another song that needs to go on the flash drive.
What's that?
Cloud Rains with a Pompadour.
Ah, yes. Yes, for those of you who made it to the last stream we did, we talked about a bunch of the songs that are going on the USB Collector's Edition, and some of these are things that we wrote and recorded demos for a decade ago, before we were even really doing Filk as such, but they were silly, weird, basically Filk songs that before we even knew what the term was.
Right.
And some of them are more recent than that. Some of them are pretty eclectic. Some of them are just like the last one we were talking about. The last stream we talked about the Lan Party Nightmare. That was literally a nightmare that I had that I turned into a song about going to a LAN party and getting destroyed by Phyllis Diller.
In the game Quake.
In the game Quake, yeah. The one I wrote...
And one of your LAN party friends was clearly featured in the dream. Isaac, right? Russian accent, foul mouth.
Oh, he was a blast. Anyway, yeah, it was a good time. Anyway, there was one that I wrote for Jen because we're both, but Jen particularly, both fans of classic movies.
Like Hollywood from the 30s and 40s and 50s.
And
I just love that stuff.
One of the songs was inspired by the Seahawk.
Yes.
Which is 19...
Starring Errol Flynn, Claude Rains, and I can't remember who the women are now.
Yeah.
It was not Olivia de Havilland. It was, because she was pitching a fit when they were doing that movie, saying she wanted to do things more challenging. And I can't remember who stepped in for it. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
In this movie, Claude Rains, who is probably one of the best character actors of all time, is playing the Spanish ambassador to the court of England, and he has this pompadour on his head. It's
just ridiculous looking.
Maybe it's period accurate.
Mound,
I don't know.
And it's black hair that's such a dark black. It clearly is not like his normal color hair either. So it's just this ridiculous looking mound of black hair right here. It's just.
Anyway, and he's still a compelling actor, even with this chunk of hair on his head. And
like, in spite of the hair, he's still fantastic in it. So.
Y'all still there? We didn't lose the stream, did we?
Maybe they. Is it? Maybe it's a cable.
It very well could be.
Maybe they all got tired and went to sleep after your lullaby for birds. And he's double checking some other tech that.
It looks like we're online.
Okay. Oh, good. Hey, Thomas. There are people here still.
Good. Sorry, we just. It's hard. We miss audiences.
We really do.
We want to be. We want to be with you all. Okay, sweet.
Yay.
I was here last time I looked. Well, don't look now. So what should we do?
Well, I was just gonna say that I like looking for reassurance because the alligators do like to eat us up.
Yeah,
I don't know if you've heard that song. It's a PDX Broadside song written by Holly Anna McCollum about that inner voice that will lie to you and tell you awful and horrible things. And the song is basically advice she got from I think a drama teacher at one point in time about you do not listen to those lies because the alligators will eat you up.
It's true. It's very true.
We actually got 2/3 of the PDX Broadsides are going to be on this album with us. They're singing harmonies for us on our sea shanty, well, our work shanty.
Yeah. Work. It's not a C++ shanty like.
No.
But it's
no.
Yeah. We did
you have a song about doing dishes.
Oh goodness, I do.
I'm laughing because it's been ages since we played that one.
So there was the first OVFF that we went to. I wrote a song for the songwriting contest.
That was the year of the Canadian invasion, where they had Debson Errol and Copy Red Leader, and I can't remember if there were any other guests or people that were from Canada. I'm sure there were other filkers from Canada. I just couldn't remember if any other were like featured guests.
Yeah, but so I had written a song which actually won the songwriting contest, but I very rarely played it since then because it's high in my range, but I will play it if you guys want to hear it.
The song theme for the contest that year was A Sticky Situation. Have I ever learned this one?
You have.
Okay.
A song of stick pins.
Yeah, not sticker shock. There it is, stick pins. Yes.
Right key? Okay.
Sing a song of stick pins, stuck in a hunk of stew that's 2 months old, covered in mold and solid all the way through. Stickers slick to the outside, it's resistant to every blade. The smell, it is stunning when the goo isn't running. I think my point has been made. It's your turn to do the dishes. Please won't you do the dishes? I know you outrank me, but I'm sure you will thank me. We're not living in this state. It's your turn to do the dishes. Please won't you do the dishes? This kitchen disaster is growing much faster than we could ever contain. So please, 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 do the dishes. 1 second. It's been so long. The silverware stuck to the table by syrup surprisingly strong. 3 bots couldn't lift them, a laser won't shift them. I think they've been there too long. The sensors are overloaded due to anomalous gases from some old shepherd's pie. And now we can't fly, cause computer is full of molasses. It's your turn to do the dishes. Please won't you do the dishes? I don't think it's fair, I clean your underwear, so please won't you spare me this pain? It's your turn to do the dishes. Please won't you do the dishes? This kitchen disaster is growing much faster than we could ever contain. So please, 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 do the dishes. You're the boss in this great endeavor, alone in this deep space station. I don't want to make waves, but we should behave like members of civilization. We're 1 billion miles from your mother, out here in the wilds of Tau Ceti. The thrusters won't start, but let's not fall apart over a plate of spaghetti. Please don't be mad at me after all that we've been through. If alien fungus didn't split us up, you know I'll stick by you like duct tape when it's new, like the gum under your shoe, like a lamprey covered in glue. You know I'll stick by you. But there comes a time when we have to have these conversations, right? The mashed potatoes mutated
They've now taken over the vents. The air won't recycle, and now looks like we'll need escape pods as our last defense. We're 1,000,000 miles from our neighbors, floating free out in deep space. Do you see what I mean? It smells really clean. Please, can't we clean the next place? 'Cause it's your turn to do the dishes. Please, won't you do the dishes? Kitchen disaster is growing much faster than we could ever contain. So please, 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 next time, do the dishes. Oh.
Clearly, it's been a long time since we even looked at that song.
It's been a couple of years, actually. Yeah. So thank you, Peter, for doing the dishes.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
You know, if you have to scroll that thing anymore, maybe you need to, like, remove a sock. Just saying.
Oh, I know. The mashed potatoes mutated.
Yeah.
They've now taken over the vents. The air won't recycle, and now it looks like we'll need escape pods as our last defense. There are days when you're in quarantine that feels really real. Not the mashed potatoes mutating,
but the needing to escape, yeah.
The escape pods, yeah.
Yeah.
That's good times. Anyway, yes, thank you everyone for backing our Kickstarter. I didn't actually leave a link handy, but you can find it on Kickstarter by searching for the Faithful Sidekicks. I feel bad that I didn't actually.
The Faithful Sidekicks. You tend to mumble when it's either our band name, our website, or...
It's the subconscious hindering me from self-promoting.
Yeah.
Because I...
This is... Doing a Kickstarter is really challenging for us because we don't like talking about ourselves. So here, let me talk about somebody who's doing some extra music on the album for us.
Yes.
Amy Mcnally. She's already sent us her stuff. It's fantastic. I know many of you already know her, but she's such a lovely person. Thank you, Zap. And she's a wonderful fiddle player, and she actually added her violin to...
A song about meeples.
Yes, to Meeple Love. And it's so yummy listening to... I just got to listen to it before we went live here, and her violin on that song is just so yummy. I love it.
We had been talking to Amy, oh gosh, for quite a while. We've been like trying to find something because we love playing with Amy and she's just awesome. Yeah. And so we were really glad that we could get her help on this CD. And she does regular stuff. She plays regularly on Facebook for Tip Top Open Mic, so hashtag Tip Top Open Mic, you'll find a bunch of her stuff. She is doing, I think this weekend, actually a live show at like a 4-hour concert at an outdoor venue with proper social distancing. 4 hours. That's a gig, yeah.
Yeah. She plays with several bands, including Play It with Moxie, who we got to hear a couple years ago.
Amazing.
Yeah, just the whole band is fantastic.
She plays with the Tools. She's in a bunch of different bands.
So many.
I know COVID really affected her schedule and her revenue and everything. So definitely check out her solo stuff. She's on Patreon if you want to support her there too. We're on Patreon if you want to support us there too. But we're talking about Amy now. I'm happy to talk about everybody else on the album, but us apparently.
Yeah.
We have our friends Via Bella, Aaron and Rand Belavia are on a song called Phantoms Assemble.
Thank you, Zap, yes.
Yes, thank you, Zap. Awesome. The song Phantoms Assemble is basically...
The producer at Opal Studios, Kevin Hahn, described this as our We Are the World song. We didn't play Phantoms Assemble in the last stream, so I think maybe we should do that one today.
Okay.
But Rand and Aaron just sent us their vocals for it. Jen Ucelis has sent us vocals for it. We're trying to get anybody who's doing vocals for us to do vocals on that one is on Phantoms Assemble. And I know I've got it in here somewhere. But that song actually grew out of a comment that Eric read. Yeah, never read the comments, but Eric did somewhere. And it was one of those gatekeepers who is like, well, you can't truly be a fan unless you meet X, Y, and Z criteria.
I think it was a Star Wars fan that basically saying, are you even a Star Wars fan if you don't know who this is? And it was like Salacious Crumb. And I'm like, yeah, I know who that is, but that's not how this works. You don't need to... I understand the impulse to want to compete and share, compete with knowledge and stuff, but I don't want to take away someone's joy in discovering what they love about Star Wars because,
they don't remember who Salacious Crumb is when put to it. Yes, Jen Ucelis, Klingon Pop Warrior. She's got at least 2 different EPs out. I think she's working on another one now. I think Eric, you recorded guitar.
I recorded
for a song or two, right?
I recorded guitar, bass, and drums for 2 tracks for her upcoming EP, which is going to be really cool. So we were psyched to do that. And in return, she
has done, and oh my gosh, she has a fantastic voice. Sent her contributions over. She's singing on 2 of our songs, and we just got a request from Scott Johnson to do Sun Will Rise.
Wow, that's a deep cut.
That is. Stick around, Scott. Well, we might be able to pull that out. Right now, I think we're going to try and do Phantoms Assemble. Because this is one that there's still a lot of people who are planning on sending us their vocals for this one, but I'm already very excited with what we've gotten, so it's only going to get better, folks. What's wrong?
Should be B.
B. Good Lord. If I can remember how to play my own instrument.
Sorry.
Jeez.
Let's try this again, shall we? 2, 3, 4.
Wow, it's been a while since I played this.
I don't think we've touched this since we did it in the studio about a month ago.
Okay, sorry about that.
Try number 3.
Try
we
number
apologize.
3. Just keep going, I'll eventually catch
right.
up.
1, 2, 3, 4. We love Star Trek, we also love Firefly. We love Star Wars and we'll gladly tell you why. Just because we love these things don't mean they must compete. There's room enough in our heart to make the set complete. I'll say live long and prosper, and may the force be with you. One doesn't cancel out the other. When my joy rings through, it rings true. You have my sword, her bow, and their phaser. You have our dragon, her wand, his lightsaber. You have their special dice, her sonic screwdriver. We are united by what we love. We are united by what we love. By what we love. There's no such thing as a certified true fan, especially as defined by random internet man.
Don't be that guy.
You don't have to love everything. All you need to is to love one. That's all there is to it. You're a fan. Book it. Done. There's no forms to fill out. how to express your joy. You can be any age, still love a movie about a toy.
Or a comic book.
The forces of darkness drive in being judgmental, but we are stronger in our differences. So it's time for these fandoms to assemble.
Fandoms assemble!
You have my sword, her bow, and their saber. You have their dragons, her wand, his lightsaber. You have their special dice, her sonic screwdriver. We are united by what we love. 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 By what we love.
As I was relearning the song on the spot. Clearly we need to play that one more often. Oh, what I was saying about Genucellus is... I'm sorry, it just occurred to me that it sounds like nothing. Is normally what she does is she sings pop songs that you're all familiar with, but in Klingon. She claims that's the original language that it was translated
In some songs, I could see that argument being pretty darn factual.
Yeah, there was one that you were just recording the guitar on that the title was like, how is that not Klingon?
I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say.
Oh, sorry.
So...
Okay.
But it'll be one of those...
There's ones that she's done in the past, Sixpence on the Red Shirt did Kiss Me, she claims was translated from the original Klingon of Bite Me, because there's no such thing as kiss in Klingon.
It's pretty hilarious.
Yeah.
It's...
Yeah. So, yeah, it's a wonderful singer, great entertainment. She does a good job, and we're very excited to have her on our album. Did I hear rumor that Rand and Aaron via Bella are actually working on their second album?
I don't know.
Oh. Well, it's a rumor, so don't quote me.
If you heard it?
Love is a Battlefield, that would totally be Klingon.
Totally a Klingon.
Sun will rise.
Yeah. Don't have that in the songbook for some strange reason.
It has been many, many years since we've pulled that one out, so it's a real question of whether we even remember it well enough to perform it right now. What we might do, if we're not quite there now, is we'll maybe do it for the next stream. I'm sure we'll stream again during the Kickstarter here.
I have the lyrics, but not the chords.
Oh, well, I've got my cheat sheet, so this is something we'll have to work out together off
Sorry,
camera.
Scott. We're planning to do another live stream at some point, probably in a couple of weeks. We'll try and see if we can have it figured out.
Ready for that.
Yeah. I'm also thinking about it probably... If and when we actually manage to complete this Kickstarter and get past it, the little side note is... I'm sorry. You make it sound like it's more likely for the world to end in the next 2.5 weeks than for us to actually finish the Kickstarter. I don't want to...
He works in IT, specifically sysadmin, for years. The scenario there, the way you work, is to actually think of every worst case scenario so you can prepare for that. This is why he naturally comes off as a pessimist.
Funny thing is I tend to write music that is both optimistic and pessimistic at the same time.
Yeah, he does.
That's like my signature move is everything sucks, but not everything sucks.
Makes me want to play Maple Love.
No, we certainly can. What was I saying? There's a couple people who had actually asked for some of the solo stuff that I've written for FOM. So I've been toying around with after we get done with the Kickstarter, actually going back and doing some of that stuff if there's interest. If there's not interest, then we'll just do more of the stuff that we do with it.
Well, you'll do it.
I'll probably do it. But
I tell you, moving out here and then COVID has just delayed or interrupted so many of our like music and recording plans.
yeah, it's okay. We're ticket in and ticket out. I think she means ticket open, ticket closed.
Yeah, close enough. Shall we do that?
Sure.
Okay. Let me get the bass off. I think I'm gonna get it all the way off.
So speaking of IT,
Yes.
quick it down tomorrow. Ticket open, ticket close. Enter block of faulty pros. Ticket open, ticket close. Here's how we troubleshoot. Ticket open, ticket close. Please shut down and then reboot. Ticket open, ticket close. Ticket open, take the case. One more step in an endless race. But if the metrics don't keep pace, you find another working place.
Sorry.
Need to change the desktop sound. Ticket open, ticket close. Time to send the new guy round. Ticket open, ticket close. It always used to work before. Ticket open, ticket close. The tape fell off the printer door. Ticket open, ticket close. Ticket open, take the case. One more step in an endless race. But if the metrics don't keep pace, you find another working place. Time to find today's excuse. Ticket open, ticket close. Solar flares make cables loose. Ticket open, ticket close. User needs an any key. Ticket open, ticket close. Market Air ID 10T. Ticket open, ticket close. Ticket open, take the case. One more step in an endless race. But if the metrics don't keep pace, you find another working place. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tickets clogging up the queue. Ticket open, ticket close. Sign them all to level 2. Ticket open, ticket close. Now the caller's getting mad. Ticket open, ticket close. Oops, I think the line went bad. Ticket open, take the case. One more step in an endless race. But if the metrics don't keep pace, you find another working place. Ticket open, take the case. One more step in an endless race. There's one good thing, though it is small. You're not the schmuck that's stuck on call.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oops. I haven't seen the comment because my thing turned off. The chicken one.
Oh, God.
I promise you, come and get your chicken will be on the flash drive as a bonus track. Are you up for playing it now, though?
Oh, gosh.
You haven't touched that one since you wrote it, I don't think.
I think I may have played it one time in an online folk circle. And
I don't know if I ever actually learned it, so this one might be all you.
it might be, yeah.
I think it probably is. I'll peek, but this song, if we manage to play it here, is questionable. It depends on if he finds it. And yeah, this is all him. There's those community websites, I don't remember what this one is. Nextdoor. So the community website Nextdoor, once we moved, we signed up for it so that we could get some sort of a measure of where we're living and what's going on in this area. And Eric tripped across a posting by someone who says, if someone's missing their chicken, I've got one, there's one at my front door, could you come and get it? It was just so random, and it was February, so of course it's a song now. Oh, and he does have the lyrics. I might be able to scroll this for you if you need it.
There's a chicken lurking at my front door. She's trying to peck her way in. Is this chicken yours? Please come and get her before my hunger does me in. This chicken is so big and healthy. At least 10 pounds I would bet. But I'm not the kind of neighbor who would fry up someone's pet yet. Come and get your chicken. This fowl is really absurd. Come and get your chicken. Come over here and get this bird. There's something weird with this chicken. It's got evil eyes that are glowing red. It's scratching holes in my welcome mat and staring like she wants me dead. Now, this chicken has broken down my front door. It's advancing with menace so clear. I'm retreating behind the counter. Which one of us is the chicken here? Come and get your chicken. This fowl is really absurd. Come and get your chicken. Come over here and get this bird. I pleaded with this dark fowl. I got on my knees and I begged, but only demonic clucks were unleashed when she saw my basket of eggs. I'm sorry. This chicken caught sight of the freezer. Now it's attacking so chaotically. I'm left with no choice. It's either her or it's me. I try to be reasonable, try to keep a kind attitude. But ask yourself, what would you do if you were attacked by food? I know what I would do. Come and get your chicken. This fowl is really absurd. Come and get your chicken. Come over here and get this bird. So I'm sorry to inform you that your chicken is no longer here. Accidents sometimes might happen, but she's in a better place, don't you fear. Maybe she escaped to the forest. Well, it's possible, yeah, she might have died. It's probably best not to think about how she would taste fully fried. Come and get your chicken. This fowl is really absurd. Come and get this chicken. Come over here and get some bird. Oh. Yeah. That's either a sales pitch or an anti-sales pitch for the USB drive.
Oh, come now. Teresa liked it.
Thank you, Teresa.
Thomas and Christine apparently like it.
Yeah. I almost, I'm trying to remember if that one... I don't think that one was recorded during the power outage, but it was recorded on the same device, so it was a similar kind of I didn't have all the stuff handy, so I just did this thing and went with it and thought, yeah, I'm never going to play this song again. The number of times I've said that
yes,
and have been proven wrong.
You said that about Lutefisk Zombies, and that's going on the album.
Yeah, that's true. I
Thank
did
you,
say that.
Lori.
I did say that song about Lutefisk. I did say that about Lutefisk Zombies because I thought it was a very niche, weird, goofy, silly, dumb song, and I mean, Lutefisk Zombies? What?
Thank you, Sam.
Yes, I do really need to stop saying that, yeah.
I think he didn't expect to ever have to play Claude Rains with a Pompadour after recording it for me either.
No, I didn't. Barry, if your neighbor's chickens ever start having glowing red eyes, well, there's a guideline in the song on how to potentially solve the situation. I wouldn't recommend that guideline, though, because you could get in trouble.
In tasty, tasty trouble.
I winged the chicken song, yes. Totally winged it. Oh. Chicken.
I'm sorry, my brain just has jumped the rails to Regenerate Degenerate. I feel like that song has not gotten its due either.
It hasn't. So one year for FOM, I was playing around with Doctor Who songs because I'm a big Doctor Who fan, and the idea of the Time Lord who basically just regenerates because it's Tuesday and I want a new body. I'm tired of this look and I want something different.
When you wrote the song, had you known that there was in the classic Doctor Who?
I did not know.
Okay.
No, I did not.
Apparently, there was a character that we were unfamiliar with who actually did that in classic Who.
But it was, you're not supposed to do this, and I'm like, but if you're an alien, I mean, I think part of it is
aliens do alien things.
That's why they're alien.
To quote Rimmer.
Yeah, I think part of it too was there was this long established rule that there's only supposed to be 13 doctors, and then they did wibbly, timey-wimey wave of the magic wand, and suddenly this little beam of light comes through a crack in the wall, and there's a reset, and he gets 13 new regenerations with no real explanations because they call it Brassilon. I'm like, if they can do that, then we can have a Time Lord that basically decides to regenerate every other day because, why not?
Yeah.
The chickens seem to be arriving and leaving in shifts.
Yummy, yummy shifts.
Speaking of, sorry, I was thinking Meeple Love, and I wanted to say thank you to Barry and Sally for...
Oh, yes, thank you.
We have the
Meeple Pins.
Meeple Pins for a song. So there's a song that was inspired by...
I feel like I should go grab some Meeple Pins.
Go for it.
Okay, I'll be back. You talk.
So, back in the before times when we could go to cons, we were at a con in Canada, and we played a board game with Debbie Owie. We're big board gamers, and so is she. And we taught her a new game called Silver and Gold, which is a great game. I think Jen did a video for it, didn't you?
I don't remember anymore. We have to check the spreadsheet.
I'm pretty sure you did.
Okay.
I think.
My brain is just not as...
It blurs together after a while when you start putting stuff out for every week. But anyway, we taught her this new game, and as a thank you, she did this drawing of us as meeples. If you don't know what meeples are, they're little wooden people that are used in board games.
I grabbed a few out.
So, yes.
That's a meeple. It's almost like a star shape, but it's actually more of a person shape. But these, Sally Childs Helton has actually turned them into pins that you can wear.
Which we thought was awesome. And
so cool.
I believe she had made them for a convention that ended up getting canceled.
Yeah.
And we decided that we wanted to
set them back up here
we wanted to include them with our meeple sets. as a kind of a special thing, and we're super excited.
Yes.
Did we play Meeple Love in the last stream?
I think we might have, but we can do it again. Yeah, Romana, that's the name.
Yep. Yeah, that was what it was. So the question is, would you rather hear Regenerate Degenerate, which has only ever been played like maybe twice,
We'll do that one first.
or Meeple Love?
We'll do that one and then come back to Meeple Love.
All right.
Because we still got some time.
Hey, I got time.
Yeah, we still got time.
If you listen very carefully, you can hear our cat snoring in her crate.
Well, at least we can.
Yeah.
There it is. So this song wasn't technically written with Romana in mind, but turn this back on.
Are you ready?
Yes, there it is. Okay, yes.
2, 3, 4. I am a Time Lord, but not the one you know. I've been around a long time, I've just been laying low. Got 4 new bodies before I even left Gallifrey. I'd like to get another face every other day. It hurts to regenerate, it can leave me confused. Can you think of a better way to keep yourself amused? Because I can't. I'm a regenerate, degenerate. Let's get on with the show, because I love to glow. Regenerate, degenerate. So look out below, because I do want to go. Tired of this look, let's give a new one a whirl. Will I be tall or short, or will I finally be a girl? Will I get a companion that's cute and sort of dim?
Hey!
I guess it doesn't matter, as long as it's not him.
You know who?
Voldemort? Exterminate, regenerate. Exterminate, regenerate. Exterminate, regenerate, regenerate. Darn, I'm still not ginger. I'm a regenerate, degenerate. Let's look out below, 'cause I love the glow. Regenerate, degenerate. So let's get on with the show, 'cause I do want to go. I know it's not proper, not what Gallifrey taught. But what's the fun in being alien if you don't use what you got? Say, aren't you scared? 13 is all you get. Now call up Rassilon and get a quick reset, 'cause he owes me a lot of money. I'm a regenerate, degenerate. So let's look out below, 'cause I love to glow. Regenerate, degenerate. So let's get on with the show, 'cause I do want to go. Thank you, David. That would be awesome.
Yeah, that's very cool.
John is great. He's the author of the Dark Tower.
Oh, okay.
He's from Madison, actually.
Oh. I missed half of what you said. He's from
Madison.
Madison. Oh, okay. Well, see, that's why it's so great. There's lots of lovely people in Madison.
There is. The Midwest is full of good people. Mm-hmm. And the East and the West.
You're so politic.
Well, it's true though. I mean, it's like.
We happen to know a lot of lovely people in Madison.
That's true.
True. That's all I was saying.
Speaking of someone in Madison, so we have a song we're doing about Hiccup from How to Train Your Dragon. And drums for it. We did live drums for it. Our friend John Argentiero.
Whose online handle is Das Binky.
He is from Madison. Speaking of Madison, he did all the drums for it, and we just sent that off. The drum mix off to Jen
Drums
Midkiff.
Plus guitar and bass to Jen Midkiff.
Because she is doing vocals and potentially other things. Maybe we'll see.
Maybe we're hoping.
Yeah, we're excited. We're excited for a lot of these tracks. Lots and lots of good stuff. A lot of work, but lots of good stuff.
Yes. We are very fortunate to have so many talented, wonderful friends. Were we going to do the Meeple Love?
Yeah, I think that's what you were talking about, right?
Yeah. My brain is having hiccups today, so.
Unless there is something that you all would rather hear. Because, I mean, part of this live stream, beyond us just playing songs for 90 minutes, is we want to see how you all are doing and hang out.
And hang out and all that.
It gets tiring talking about our own stuff all the time. We appreciate everyone supporting us, and we really want to hear from you all, too. And we love interacting with you. And, yeah, it's kind of...
Let's see that one. Oh, we also talked about previewing here, at least part of. We actually have one of the songs for the album completely tracked, mixed, and mastered. It's ready to go.
It's an initial master. We may remaster it before it gets released. But we can play a snippet for you. I think I have it set up right if it doesn't blow the speakers out, where it'll play through the audio of the track.
Maybe save that for the end or something, and we do Meeple Love right now.
Okay.
I keep distracting. I keep pulling up. Hey, let's do blah blah blah, and then derailing us and distracting us.
Squirrel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
okay.
totally me.
I'm squirrel brained as well.
Yes, we're. Part of me really wants to show off Debbie Oe's artwork that she made for us, but I haven't gotten permission to do so. So maybe at some later point, if I get a chance to get an okay from her, I can show it off to you all.
Yes, thank you.
Me too. Me too. Right now, the fire that's closest to us, the one that we had to evacuate because of, is 52% contained, which is very exciting. And our air is much more breathable. When we first got home.
When you're talking about several 100,000 acres burned for the Riverside fire, and there were two fires, the Riverside and the Beachy Combe, that came within like a mile of
joining, which is extremely dangerous and but they managed to keep them from joining.
The fire departments, and there were fire crews from other states, Canada, and I believe even Mexico, that came to Oregon to help with fires, and that was just awesome.
Yes, we're super thrilled with all the work that the fire crews have been doing. It's just, I can't imagine doing that work. So heartfelt appreciation to all the men and women who do that.
Yeah, it was kind of since coming back from the fire, it does sort of give you a little bit of a check of like thinking about the things that are important and being safe and being healthy. Our cats are safe. We're safe.
Yeah. Things
can be replaced.
Yeah.
Some things are harder to replace than others, but realistically, at the end of the day, if you have your health and you have your friend's health and you have, we have y'all, and that's all y'all. That's far more important than than whether or not certain things burn. But don't get me wrong, I don't want things to burn. I'm very glad that it didn't burn.
Right.
But yeah, I should pull up things and stop talking because
this is why for like our 1 hour concerts, you have this concert slot. We are very
focused on doing song.
Because otherwise we'll just ramble.
We'll tell you about our day. First, I had a piece of toast, and then there's a peach over there, and she's cute.
Yeah, surprisingly, she's actually staying in nap phase for all this. She occasionally looks up and looks at us like, really? You're still making noise? I'm sleeping here.
All right, here's a song about meeples. I have built cities, I have laid claim to foreign lands, I have hunted, I have farmed, I've stood tall by your hand. My kind may seem tiny, only a half-inch tall. But when you choose to use us, we can do it all. But then came the day of shouting. I was knocked down so low. I'm lost alone in the dark, where your eyes never go. Than a cube ever could. Now I'm lost below the shelf, next to a marble that is blue, and two cardboard tokens. What's a meatball to do? Can we play? The dice, who always changes his face, or the VP chips, who never give the right score. I'm not the silly piece that jumps all around. I'm the man who stands for so much more. It's so hard to be beyond the table's edge, in the dark lands unknown. So hard to play our game when I am alone. Then came a wind and a shout from on high. She fell down into the dust from that table sky.
best part of all. She was painted green. Can we play again? Can we play again? I will stay with you till the very end, and we will play again.
Yeah, I don't think we would have actually been interested in smoked sausages when we got home
We were-
because we were tasting the smoke constantly
For days.
for
even-
probably a couple weeks, actually.
Even like weeks after most of the smoke had dissipated, there's certain rooms you go into that may have been kept up and it smells like a weird smoky bacon just hanging out in the room because of this.
Every once in a while, the smoke still comes back to us. Thankfully, not as bad as at that point, but we still, every once in a while, there's a day we're like, well, I'm eating bonfire again.
Yeah, I'm not going to be
So-
in a hurry for barbecue. And yeah, as Daniel pointed out, if you want bears, that's how you get bears.
Yeah.
Actually, I think it would be worse because like all of our neighbors, every neighbor around us has dogs. And
Yeah.
I think just hanging sausages outside our door would be unfair to our neighbors' dogs. They would just be like,
Yeah. Or they managed to get them.
or they'd manage to smoke.
Not all of them are little dogs.
Some places do have too much atmosphere. I could almost show you pictures. Well, anyway, there was points where it was so orange from the smoke that it kind of looked like
Felt
Mars.
like we were on Mars. I mean, it was just
It was
so eerie.
it was
so eerie.
kind of cool if it wasn't us, sort of thing. Like
Right.
the pictures are cool, but the reality is we couldn't run our air conditioner because it seemed to pull air in from outside, and so even with the filters changed, we were still getting more smoke in the house. But it was like dry
It was
and
so warm.
hot.
Yeah,
so
it was very warm, very dry, and so we were like really, really
baking.
warm.
Yeah. It
Had
was-
we have 3 different air purifiers in the house. They were all running at top speed. We have a fan that sits just off camera here that was running. We had ceiling fan in our bedroom going. I have a little USB fan that I had plugged in and running all the time for a while there.
and
mean,
in a weird strength.
Anything that could circulate air within the house without actually interacting at all with the exterior. Like, I wouldn't even use a bathroom fan for fear that would actually allow some of the smoke smell to get in.
Smoke was coming in through the bathroom vents too. Even
Yeah.
with the fans not running, that seems to be the ingress point, and there was so much of it. It
So
was just there's
there's an air quality index,
Exactly.
A scale, and we were off the scale.
Yeah.
The air was so bad it wasn't even on this scale.
for about 5 days.
It was
The readings were beyond what the scale was prepared to handle. So, and it was actually, so we're in southern suburb of Portland, southeastern, which is, we were much closer to the fire than most of Portland, but Portland is kind of down in there's down
It's a valley.
kind of thing. And so they had more problems with, the smoke was even worse there because it tended to settle down in the valley and not move. So they had even worse air quality index readings. Of course, they also didn't have the risk of needing to evacuate. So,
yeah.
um,
Moving on from the
yeah,
fires.
we were going to concentrate on happy things. Smoked bacon, smoked sausage. Those are happy things, just not for the dogs that I would not be able to get them. We have lots of fun stuff on the album. Some silly stuff, some stuff that. So we played a bunch of songs here that were even things like Regina Degenerate was at one point on the list to consider, and we pretty much dropped it off because it was such an oddball Doctor Who song.
And because we had a friend who said they wouldn't want to hang out with the character. I wouldn't want to hang out with the character, but I still like the song.
Yeah, and then there was just it's we had a song we wrote for Philk Ontario.
Oh right, the alien greeting song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We come in, please come back.
Yeah, we come in peace. Please come back. that's the name of the song.
That we kind of considered, but it was a weird little niche song, and it's when you have like 70 songs to choose from, and you like all of them, it's kind of hard to pick. And even then, I still feel like.
And to be fair, Eric was when we first started talking about it. There were a couple songs that we had enough people say, "Oh, that's going on your next album, right?" That we would say, "Oh, sure, yeah." And then afterwards, Eric's like, "Really? We're gonna have Spoons and Ludafisk Zombies on the same album?" Yeah, we are. You're just gonna have to lump that one because it's happening.
It's taken a little bit of an acceptance that that's who we are. We can pivot from a song about chronic health problems that is not at all funny to a song about zombies. created from eating too much lutefisk. Because
that's who we are.
That's just what we do, apparently.
And if you don't love all the songs, there's at least something on there you're gonna like, I suspect. Just saying.
We are very hopeful.
Yeah.
Speaking of trying to be upbeat and saying, yes, we're going to do this, one of the things that Kickstarter kind of lets you do is if you surpass your goal, you can set stretch goals, and that's kind of enhancing. One of the stretch goals we have tossed around the idea is doing a separate sub-EP of songs that didn't make that initial cut that would go as additional digital-only releases. Or if it really is enough money, maybe we'll actually make a second CD. But that's a pretty tall ask. It would have to be a lot. But the idea would be everyone who gets a physical CD or a digital CD would also get a digital copy of this EP that was originally going to be like advertisements.
Sales of interest.
And originally we wrote Iocane as an advertisement for that, but enough people liked it that we're like, gosh, we kind of have to put it on the CD. So that means on the Sales of Interest CD, maybe we'll put something else that...
But there'd also be things like, today is a good day to buy, the Klingon spammer.
I thought about putting You Can't Win an Argument on the Internet as a public service announcement, because seriously, you can't win an argument on the internet. It's just...
If you want to give it a try, we'll have extinguishers on standby.
You can't. You can't. In fact, Scott was just asking if we have done You Can't Win an Argument on the Internet. We could play it.
Sure. We can do that. Oh, shush. I was thinking my water bottle was making noise. No, it's your bass. Why do I have it filed under why? Or do I even play this one? Yeah, there it is. Found it. Hi, James.
Hey, Jim.
Okay.
Start to play with the thing. That's way too slow. We'll do these now. Okay. Yes. Wandering, good intentions, your desire to set the record straight. You want to help out somebody else, but you must know that it's far too late. Doomed. You can't win an argument on the internet. You can't win an argument on the internet. Don't believe me, give it a try. We'll have extinguishers on standby. You can't win an argument on the internet. You can't. You find yourself in a thread full of anger. Made up stats tossed in like bags of poo. Ew. The people arguing triple reverse devil's advocate. What if the what if isn't a what if? And no one's listening no matter what you do.
But what if?
You can't win an argument on the internet. You can't win an argument on the internet. There's no reason why the net's where logic goes to die. You can't win an argument on the internet. So you finally given up even trying. This argument will never ever stop. Just when you think someone's run out of steam, someone else starts responding to the top. We need to find a way to forget and forgive. Time we face it, the net is where we all live. Let's make believe we can clean up this neighborhood. Maybe we can do it if we focus on the good. You can ask cat memes?
I can ask cat memes.
You can't win an argument on the internet. You can't win an argument on the internet. It doesn't matter who is wrong, just listen to this song. You can't win an argument on the internet. You can't. Based on one of many true stories.
Zombies Anonymous. Oh my gosh, I forgot about that one.
Zombies Anonymous? What? Oh,
it's
I thought somebody asked for it. I'm like,
No.
whoa, holy deep cut, Batman.
No. Thank you, Scott. Oh, sorry. Did not mean to hit you with my base.
It is a universally accepted truth that people with a computer are in want of facts.
What amuses me here is he's never read the book that the first half of that is referencing.
I know, I'm terrible, and
No, I'm just impressed that you're referencing.
That's become. Speaking of internet, that line has become its own meme, and.
To be fair, it's referencing a Jane Austen novel.
I know.
Okay.
I know that.
Okay.
I'm
Okay,
aware.
I've read it several times.
I know you have.
Okay.
You've also watched the movies. Some of them miniseries.
BBC A&E thing.
There's a movie too.
There's a movie too, and I have seen it.
I get one of the things that has been both kind of a joy and a terror is that we're part of the admin group for FALM and 5090, which 5090 just concluded. 50 songs in 90 days. Yep. And FALMers, by and large, are amazingly kind and encouraging people. Yeah. And generally, the worst of the internet tends to stay out of FALM. Every once in a while, things get
a little more hairy.
Yeah, and those are. It's kind of like when you've got the kitten that is super sweet and all of a sudden goes nuts and like sinks its teeth into your arm and draws blood. It's sort of this. This is unexpected. What's going on here? I don't get this. You Can't Win the Argument actually was inspired by an argument on the FALM forums that was just, and it just, even in the best internet place on earth, in my opinion, arguments on the internet, once they get past a certain point, there's no point. You should just turn the server off, go home, because it's text only is difficult. Arguments in person are difficult enough, and you've got all the body language and nuance that can go with actually speaking and being in the same space. The internet removes a layer of that, and then you get poorly sourced logic, and yeah, it's just all that to say, just don't even waste your spoons on it. We don't, generally.
Except if you're Jeter Garland and talking to Cat Faber. But that actually, kudos to you for admitting or recognizing or learning from an argument.
It's unfortunately rare.
Yeah.
I will say I have been persuaded by arguments on the internet, but there were ones that were laid out with very well sourced documentation, and even then, you have to come into it and be self-realizing, knowing your own biases and understanding. There was a song I wrote many years ago.
He looks at me like I know already what song he's going to refer to. You've written lots of songs.
Yeah, I was thinking of Semaphore.
Oh, yeah. It's an excellent song, by the way. It's actually on his solo album, A Little Light. Isn't it?
No.
No?
No. It's not
Was it on Toy Garden?
Nope.
You've never recorded that one?
I don't believe so.
As soon as we're done with our Kind of Strange, you were getting going on that solo album again.
So this is another one of those songs that it was inspired after reading Going Postal by Terry Pratchett, and the semaphore system, the clacks system that is in that book, where if you're not familiar with what it used to be, the way to be able to send messages through basically lights and flags, the semaphore flag system, when they didn't use lights, could only work during daytime. And if you're sending semaphore flag and it becomes dark, you're sending communication and no one else can see it.
Receiving it.
And to me, that seemed like a metaphor for this kind of internet communications, where I'm speaking and the wavelength is not matching up. I'm speaking Greek and you're hearing Chinese, I think was a line in the song. But
yeah.
There was another song called I Am Right, where I had read an article that talked about information being observed, where they did like a kind of a brain scan of people introducing information and watching what parts of the brain lit up, and things that conflicted with emotional identity were literally discarded by the brain. Like if you present a fact to someone, a piece of data, and it's well sourced, but it comes up against something that is an emotional center, the brain discards it completely. It is literally not processed. And
I would say the Oatmeal did a poster on that topic too.
Possibly, yeah. It was pretty eye-opening as far as so much arguing on the internet, and we, in good intentions, lay out facts, but unless someone's willing to be receptive to those facts and be able to actually say, yeah, you know what, I need to evaluate this, there's a good chance that half those facts are just going to get automatically discarded by the brain. Well, that can't be true. Persuasion versus Argument is a song waiting to be written. You're right, it is. Yeah.
What goes on? Okay, it's done now. I think maybe one of the cables I'm using is got a short in it.
We need to check the input on that bass too.
Yeah, I know. One thing at a time. I think Semaphore After Dark, I think Semaphore needs to be on a solo album of his. It's a serious song, and it's, while it was inspired by Terry Pratchett, it's not goofy or silly, it's just a serious one. And he has several really good songs that need to be on an album. It's just not this album.
Yeah, there's a lot of songs that I wrote back in the day that I was inspired by different fantasy, sci-fi authors, and I took it and I ran with it, and then didn't like come out and say, you know, wink wink nudge nudge, this is about Terry Pratchett, but it was totally inspired by Terry Pratchett, because I found the truth in what Pratchett was trying to say, or what Lewis was trying to say, or Heinlein was trying to say, or whatever it happened to be, I found that there's a piece of truth there that was like inspiring, and I'm like, I have to write a song about this concept of this idea, and that's kind of how I tend to work for years in film, and still do every so often.
Yeah, you still do plenty of excellent serious songs.
I wrote one this year that was inspired by a guy throwing a temper tantrum on Twitter, because it was trying to get people to say, tell me what you hate about, the top 5 things you hate about board games. And
or like the top 5 board games you hate or something like that.
Yeah, and like
let's pay attention to things that we love instead of things we hate. That's ridiculous.
I mean, I get that it's easy to like.
It's easy to tear down things, but
I don't really care to hear about what you hate. Tell me about a game that you love. Tell me a game that you like. Tell me why this game is awesome. Tell me why this song is awesome. Tell me why this art is awesome. That's what we need. So, I'll get off my soapbox now.
So he writes lots of... Oh, dinner, that sounds fantastic. Thank you so
David.
much. Thank you.
Technically, we're past the time we originally set for this, so...
I feel like we should end with a song, though.
Did we want to do the thing?
Oh, right. Let's show off some of the mixing and mastering work.
Want to hear part of a song? Let's see if this works. Let us know if this works.
I was stumbling around the internet, trying to catch up on the news, to keep myself well-rounded with many-sided views. I saw subtle flaws in logic, so much bias and heartache. Then the unthinkable, I made the prime mistake. I read the comments, now I've lost an hour and I feel I need a shower. I read the comments, it was a stupid thing to do. Now I feel I've lost IQ, and we learn again. Never ever read the comments. Here's an example. I know time travel is real, and the earth is truly flat, and you can catch rabies by just looking at a bat. I know it's all true, 'cause this website told me so. And if your facts don't agree, then I don't wanna know. I read the comments, now I've lost an hour and I feel I need a shower. I read the comments, it was a stupid thing to do. Now I feel I've lost IQ, and we learn again. Never ever read the comments. I tried to keep composure, tried to ignore the trolling guy, but the stupid got the best of me and I let my fingers fly. My wife, she tried to stop me. I said, what don't you get? This is for the greater good. Someone's wrong on the internet.
Yeah, now it's you.
I read the comments, now I've lost an hour and I feel I need a shower. I read the comments, it was a stupid thing to do. Now I feel I've lost IQ, and we learn again. Never ever read the comments. I've been permanently scarred. The new comment churn 'cause some grade A, top choice, epic level dirt. I face the Cthulhu from this sea of text. My sanity has been destroyed, and now my heart is next. I read the comments. Now I've lost 3 hours, and there'll never be enough showers. I read the comments. It was a stupid thing to do. Now I can't spell like you, and we learn again. Under no circumstances do you ever read the comments.
Excellent.
The meter says it's done.
The meter says it's done, and it looks like it stopped, so. So I think we can talk again.
Yay!
Excellent. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're gonna sign off now because I am hungry for dinner. That sounded like a great idea. Thank you so much for joining us. And if you know of anyone that you think would like our music, please share our Kickstarter with them or point them that way. We'd appreciate it.
Absolutely. We have lots of other stuff that we want to talk about, and we're planning to do another live stream
at some point. We'll figure it out.
It may be a little bit. So next weekend,
we're actually in the studio
trying to
finish tracking the album.
We're taking a leap of faith in that we're hoping that the Kickstarter will fund. Because if it doesn't, then we're on the hook for all that studio time.
Yeah.
So but since things have been going so well, we're going to take that leap of faith, and we're going to go and try and get a big chunk of the remaining work done. And we're excited for you all to hear it. This is going to be, I think it's going to be our best album yet.
I hope so.
Thank you all for coming and hanging out with us.
Much.
We appreciate it so very much.
Have a wonderful evening, and we'll catch up with you in a bit.
Stay safe.
Stay safe. Stay healthy. Be excellent to each other.